What, are we waiting on anybody else?
This is it.
Okay, it's 2:00. Again, I'm Eric Munson, the Chief Deputy Treasurer, Treasurer Lowry. Unable to make it today, but we have good news for any of those on the call. Remember last time he was unable to attend, but he is back at home, here back in Arkansas. We're excited and talked to him last week, and he's becoming more active. But today I'm going to cover this meeting for him. And we appreciate everyone's time and making an effort. I know it's hard to get a quorum, especially this time of year with vacations, and we're busy like you all. We have our year end going on here, so everybody's pretty full scheduled out right now. So I guess with that, we have a quorum. We can call the meeting to order. We call the Able Plan Review Committee together, and I would like, first of all, we're going to address the minutes. Everyone has a copy of the minutes. We'll need a minute to look at that and review it. We'll need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Do we have a second?
This is Joe, I second.
Thank you, Mr. Baxter.
Yes, sir.
All right, motion second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Minutes are approved. Thank you. Motion. Next, we'll go to business and we'll turn over to Director Fran Jansen for the director's report.
Thank you, Eric. So just a few things to highlight, which mainly involve Chris. He's been very busy on behalf of Able the last few months since we last visited in March. Chris attended the DDPA providers, the Developmental Disability Providers Association conference. There were about 90 statewide agencies there. And this was our second year to participate in that.
No, this is like our fourth.
Well, I guess it's the second that I think y'all participated before I came. But we generally make a lot of good connections at that conference. And what I was particularly proud of is at the last minute, Chris was asked to co-host a panel discussion that looked at special needs trusts and how kind of Able can live with and be a tool in the toolbox. And he was asked the night before and went up and did it the next day. So I was very, very proud of him for that. He did an excellent job. And that was a very well attended I mean, that session was full room. Then the other issue we're working on, we continue, I think you all will remember that Arkansas is part of what's called the National Able Alliance, which is comprised of 18 or 19 states. And we are, as an alliance, are finalizing the enrollment process for the rep payee enrollment. So it's, I believe paper enrollments can happen, but we're trying to make the online enrollment process a lot more user-friendly. So hopefully here shortly we'll be able to let you all know that and have a demonstration. The other issue I was going to let you know is we have had some meetings. Chris and I have been kind of taking our show on the road with our state agencies and departments to remind them about both the 529 plan and the ABLE plan, that it is an authorized an authorized payroll deduction for state employees. And so we have reached out to the HR directors at all the different agencies and departments and have had really, really good meetings with about 20 of them, including Public Service Commission, Transformation and Shared Services, Veterans Affairs, Parks, Heritage and Tourism, Department of Labor, Agriculture, Election Commission, Department of Ed, Department of Human Services, Supreme Court, Attorney General's Office, Ethics Commission, Office of the Court, State Auditor, Secretary of State, Game and Fish, and Energy and Environment. So it's been really, really nice to kind of refresh everybody's intelligence with what the ABLE plan is, and or perhaps tell them about it for the first time. And in many cases, the HR folks have invited us to come back in September or October when they have their different open enrollment fairs, even though they understand this isn't something that they have to wait until then, but it's just when their employees are in the mindset to have those discussions with their family. So, so that's been really encouraging. Then the last thing I was going to mention is that Chris attended an annual conference in Portland a few weeks ago with other members of the staff. It's called the Treasury Management Training. And there were a series of tracks or sessions on the ABLE plan. And I didn't know if you wanted to share just a little bit about what you attended.
Yeah, so definitely one of the highlights, there were a lot of 529 and ABLE sessions. One of the ABLE sessions really touched on, what to expect in 2026 when the qualifying age of onset for the ABLE plan goes up to the age of 46. So program managers were discussing how they're going to handle that internally, marketing wise. We discussed a new audience that could present to us.
Interesting.
We've talked about, the VA several times.
Mhm.
But that, and also, going around round table discussing, what marketing efforts other states have identified as being successful. Some marketing efforts where it just kind of fell flat on the face. So some other states can save the time and energy and redirect those resources. So it was great.
Good.
It was a good time.
Good. Okay. Well, that's ABLE in a nutshell for us. Do either of you have any questions?
Fran, I'm going to bring up something that we've talked about a while back. It's been a good minute since we talked about it, but having you all help educate our area managers on the
Yes.
ABLE Act, and then counselors by extension. With this new Commerce Secretary, we're being challenged. So unemployment's very low. Everybody knows that. The labor force participation rate for people with disabilities is very low as well. And we're trying to get at that. So these are folks that have removed themselves for various reasons from the workforce. And we think in part, it's because of their fear of the effect of their benefits, mainly.
Right.
And so you guys can go a long way to help us. We got to get our counselors and area managers back up to speed. I know we had some sessions right away when the program first came into being, but there's a real need for that now. We can finally try to address those folks that just absolutely think that if they earn $1, somebody's
Sure.
they're going to lose their benefits.
Joe, do you guys have the any area manager meetings already scheduled for the
Yes, we
remainder?
do, and I need to I'll get you that list and where they try to move them around the state.
No,
I'll try
that's
to make
fine.
it.
We'll go wherever. Yeah,
Okay.
no, that's fine.
But I'll definitely let you know that, and then maybe the next level thing would be to get a group of counselors together with y'all, because that helps spread the word as well. But I want to start with the area managers.
Sure. Well, and we have handouts and information that we could leave with them, and we can certainly address the able to work provision.
Yep.
So yes, we'd be more than happy to do that. And we'll make a note, if we haven't heard from you in the next week, we'll let you get through year end. And if we haven't heard from you the next week or so, we'll follow up.
Absolutely. And I just want to thank Chris and you as well for participating in some of the job fairs and things that we had. We'll be looking for more of that in the future as well.
Great. That'd be wonderful.
Joe, this is Derek Munson. Thank you for your comments. I think that's a great idea with your area managers and counselors, at least getting that information in their hands and reminding them. And as you know, you're experiencing government also, military, everything, you have to re-educate folks all the time and
You're right.
remind them of the benefits. And there's a lot of new folks that come involved.
We just got
We're
hiring
curious
authority.
about it.
Yeah, we just got hiring authority back
Wonderful.
from the freeze. So there's a whole new group coming in, and we lost a lot of good ones. So the knowledge level is pretty low. So I'll need y'all's help.
Absolutely.
We'll be there.
But we have had some success with these other agencies on the first step. I'm really proud of trying to get out in the field again. You know, everyone, last couple of years with COVID, things have changed a little bit. Maybe the business models, but things are getting back to normal. But they've got just an overwhelmingly positive response from meeting with these HR directors that we hope to build something off of. And
Yeah.
you got to drip a little bit first, get them going. And,
Yeah, I understand.
And you might have some ideas too for them too, or your managers might of other groups that the ABLE program we can get in front of going forward. We're trying to get out in the field. It's like you got your team. We don't have as many, but
Yeah,
they can close it.
Yeah, I need to get out myself.
Great.
That's all I got.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.
Okay, thank you. All right. I'm done, Mr. Dave.
Absolutely. And this year, share that screen.
Yes, sir.
Can you all see that?
Yes.
Yeah, so when you look at the total assets page, it reminds me a little bit of the growth chart on the 529 accounts. Page. It's slow and steady, right? As we talk about every time we come to this meeting, you know, the assets in the ABLE plan aren't at risk to the market in such a way as the 529 assets. So there's no up and down. It's just steady growth. And a lot of that is from actually inflows, not just market activity. So you guys ended the month of May at 4.57 million. Ready to go to the next slide. Assets by investment option. Number one, it still remains the conservative option, which is a little different than what we have at the alliance level nationally. Checking option being number two. Those are reversed when you look at it at the alliance level. People in Arkansas are willing to take a little more risk than the folks nationwide in the alliance. On the contributions, we're actually seeing really nice increase in inflows. 3 months had greater inflows than last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
When you
awesome.
look at the month of May with $219,000 and how much it over last year was, and even more so over the year before.
Are you seeing that with other states?
No, I'm not. I can't say that because I'm really focused on you guys.
Sure.
Nothing like this stands out from any of the data that I've seen. I'm happy to cross check some of the other
You wouldn't
states.
mind, yeah.
But yeah, those are really nice increases.
Yeah, because I know like April of 21, that huge spike we attributed to one of the payments,
Right.
That went out.
Yeah, the
but
stimulus package.
yeah, stimulus.
Yeah, this is phenomenal. When you go to the contributions by type, check and EBT are 1 and 2. No surprise there. We do like EBTs, and we love recurring contributions as we try to get those to increase like we've done on the 529 side.
And Brandon and I are always trying to push the U-Gift contribution
Mhm.
feature.
Mhm.
So hopefully we'll see that start to increase.
I certainly hope so.
That was a lot of people, the HR folks didn't know about that.
News, yep. On the distribution side, I mean, basically what we're seeing is that there are, this is a spending account. The more assets you have in the account, the more you're going to spend. I mean, that's just what it's for. And you can see that, January, February, March, April, and May all had higher distributions than the year before. But that's just because, money's increased and they're using the plan for what it's supposed to be. Distribution by type. The ATM card, bank card is number one way people utilize the account, paying for living expenses day to day. And then distribution by age, nothing really insightful. It doesn't really change much from time to time. It looks like, most of the people who are spending the money are those folks who are paying for their daily living expenses and skew a little bit older. New accounts. Again, solid growth. 4 months have exceeded last year. So far to date, so it's been a strong kick, a strong start to 2023.
Look at March. Wow.
Yeah. It's
Good.
and then accounts by disability type. I mean, there's not really a whole lot to say here. I mean, this really doesn't change. It kind of gives you an idea of just the beneficiaries and account really in the plan. And by custodian type, again, you can kind of see that the SSI folks are the ones who are making up the most assets in the plan. Account closures by month. It does seem like, you know, we did see a couple of months that were higher than the year before, but for the most part, we're seeing fairly stable number of accounts being closed year to year. It really isn't changing. There's nothing really dramatic about this chart that stands out. There would be no.
And it kind of goes in line with the new accounts too.
That's true. That is true. And then how did you hear? Again, this is another chart that doesn't change much. I think that your work with the organizations within the state of Arkansas have really done so much to drive growth in this plan. It's remarkable. And that's really, you know, where people are saying they're hearing about it is through organizations within the state that serve this community. And that's all I've got on mine. So, any questions?
Any questions from Christie or Joe?
Nope, done here.
Heather?
None from me, thank you.
All righty.
Yeah, I'd be interested in seeing that, how it compares,
Yeah.
just out of curiosity.
Right.
Thank you.
Like the grass, I really didn't understand. All right, we finished with the census report. Now we go into new business, brand new business.
The only new business I had was just to say that we're going to continue to reach out to the HR directors that we did not hear from in our initial outreach, but we're just kind of letting everybody obviously get through the year end. And looking ahead, was wondering if perhaps September 12th, which is a Tuesday, would work for our next meeting. At 2 o'clock, or if Joe, that's not a good time for you, we could, try to do it at 1 again.
Hold on 1 second. Let me just get to September.
Okay.
Now,
You said-
Christie,
What day again?
Tuesday, September 12th.
Gotcha. My morning is free. I've got 2 o'clock, standing 2 o'clock, but I can move that.
Christie, I believe last time you had mentioned that you have a recurring Tuesday meetings at 1 p.m.
I do.
Okay.
So is it a meeting that is Joe, you said you might be able to move on that particular Tuesday?
Yeah, and I may shift that meeting to recur a different day. I've been thinking about it for a while, so don't hold up on my accord.
Okay.
And
Well, we've got some time.
okay, and the one that I have, I can always have somebody take notes for me, or there should be meeting minutes. So if Joe can't move his meeting, then I'll make sure that my meeting is covered so I can get the meeting minutes or have someone take notes for me.
Right. Thank you both. I appreciate both of you willing to shuffle things around. I know these meetings aren't long, but we feel they're very important and want to do what we can to accommodate both of you.
Yeah, they are important.
Well, Joe, we'll follow up with you in the next week or so if we haven't heard from you, and we'll start bugging some of your folks.
Good.
Yeah, Joe, thank you. Great idea, and hope all's well and good luck at your year end, and
Appreciate y'all.
talk to you soon. Christie, you too. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, and thank you for all your hard work.
Thanks, y'all.
All right, y'all take care.
Bye-bye.
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
motion to adjourn. Motion, I heard it.
Oh, I guess I'll make a motion. Joe ran off.
I'll second that. Motion to adjourn. Thank you. We got it, barely. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks.
Thanks.